COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it, more lives this year than any other year for the past 100 years.
What?
Why in God's name don't we teach history in history classes? A black man invented the light bulb, not a white guy named Edison. Okay?
What?
I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts. I'm not sure whether it was a medical school or where the hell I spoke, but it was on the campus.
What's going on, guys? It's Heath Legend here, back with another video. And today, we've got to talk about Joe Biden and the mysterious case of his missing brain. Now, right out of the gate, I'm going to put my feelings out there. I'm not a Joe Biden guy, but I do feel sorry for him. Now, the Democrats are pretty much wheeling him out there to embarrass himself on a daily basis. Whether that's via Twitter, or whether that's via press conferences, or just keeping him in the basement, really. I feel very sorry for this man now. This man needs help. He doesn't need to be in a presidential nominee, a presidential race against someone like Donald Trump, who is not the greatest of speakers, but at the same time still has the capacity to totally eviscerate Joe Biden. And you really can tell why the Democrats are doing everything they can to avoid the debates with Donald Trump now. Because Donald Trump, he pretty much held his own against Hillary Clinton, who was quite smart. She's very sharp. Joe Biden's not that. It seems that like every time now Joe Biden goes out in public and delivers a speech or a few words, he embarrasses himself.
And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
What?
It's really, really sad how a dude who has been in politics for nearly 50 years, going for the presidential election, and he's just gaffe after gaffe after gaffe, because it's quite transparent, the Democrats' plan in this case, really. Everybody knows, whether the left want to admit it or not, everybody knows a vote for Joe Biden is a vote for Kamala Harris. Everybody knows that Biden's just a suit. It's like Weekend at Bernie's, like he's just a corpse now, effectively, where they're just carrying him around and waving his hand just to show that he's alive. He's so incoherent. He just doesn't know what he's saying anymore. Look at the case, the example where he was talking about COVID and he fumbled over his words.
Just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it.
What?
Or the time when he starts rambling on about his hairy legs and talking about roaches and black kids. Or the time where he said, poor kids are just as bright as white kids.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
What?
The list goes on. It goes on and on. This guy he's really not the same guy he was even 8 years ago, let's be fair, when he was in the White House with Barack Obama. He's just not that guy anymore. And the Democrats and the left should really feel ashamed, because this isn't a case of compassion. This is a case of a man who's clearly frail. It's like a deer in the headlights, you know. Joe Biden has now fit that role where, if you recall Abraham Simpson from The Simpsons, or any other older character from sitcoms, the sort of character that just rambles and the other characters are looking at him, waiting for the story to end, waiting for the finale of the story, and they're like, where is this going? That's Joe Biden.
Bo body. What does the first B stand for?
What are we doing?
We're making acronyms. Okay, what does the first B stand for?
Business.
I like it. business. Good, Kevin.
So how do you expect him to be able to run the biggest country on earth? The biggest Western nation on earth, how? The land of the free, the leader of the free world. How do you expect him to do that? You don't. He's basically a ventriloquist dummy now. He's basically a ventriloquist dummy. You can almost see Kamala Harris's hand up his back. So recently Joe Biden was at a speech and he said that a white guy named Edison didn't invent the light bulb, but it was a black man. And the funny thing is, obviously he said that to garner favour from the black community, from his base, from the Black Lives Matter people and the like, and the severe white guilted white liberals. But he doesn't actually mention a name.
A black man invented the light bulb, not a white guy named Edison.
Now this was news to me as well. I'm not going to act like I'm a history buff because I'm not. But the person he was referring to was a black scientist called Lewis Latimer. And according to historians, Lewis Latimer didn't actually invent the light bulb. He in fact merely worked within Thomas Edison's laboratory. And he took, about 3 years later, he took the original light bulb and basically reformulated it so it would last longer. And that's pretty much what he did to the light bulb. So he effectively took a design and made it better, which of course is a great achievement nonetheless. But what Joe Biden said was fundamentally not true. And that seems to be the side of the Democrats, really. They're using this frail old man that really, sometimes he appears strong, but then sometimes he appears like he's made out of jelly. But the left constantly say Donald Trump lies. Donald Trump has told 22,000 lies, they say. A lot of the left do. They say he's told 22,000 lies. They never actually give any examples, but, it's by the by in this video. But then Joe Biden makes either a lie or an error of fact. But no one's allowed to call him out on it. Apparently it's cruel, or apparently it's gaslighting, or apparently it's a red herring or whatnot. But Joe Biden isn't the same guy anymore. This guy is in decline. This gentleman is in decline. And the left are exploiting it. They're exploiting it. This guy is not called Creepy Joe for no reason. It's not called Sleepy Joe for no reason either. He's been in the basement for how many months and now he's crawling out. He's just making mistake after mistake after mistake. He posted a tweet the other day about how Donald Trump, if he wins, America won't be safe. Obviously, we all know that Joe Biden didn't write that himself, but his campaign staffers should be a little bit more aware, really. Because even his supporters know deep down that he's in decline. And it's cruel. It's really cruel. Don't get me wrong, it's hilarious. I can't wait for the debates because it's just going to be a meme a minute. A meme a second. Not only the gaffes, but the whole acting strange in public too. Such as smelling women's hair and hugging up from them behind and
What?
And stuff like that. Just weird social tics that are very hard to miss. They're very hard to miss.
And when they cut to the President of the United States.
What?
It's real talk time.
Real talk, why?
I just can't believe that the Democrats are putting him out there like this. And in some ways, I think Donald Trump feels sorry for him as well. I'm not going to lie. I think Donald Trump, as much as he can't wait to debate him, I think that Trump has got a little bit of compassion for him as well, because it's like he doesn't want to do this. Like, Trump doesn't want to execute him like that. But in order to win, in order to save the US, in order to save the rest of the Western world, Trump's got to do what he's got to do. Unfortunately, Trump didn't choose Joe Biden as his opponent in the presidential election. He didn't choose that. He didn't choose him. I don't think he would have chosen him either. I think Donald Trump would have preferred to have faced Bernie Sanders. Simply because Bernie Sanders, his ideas may be out there, but Bernie Sanders has still got his mind Bernie Sanders is an old man, and yeah, he looks older than Trump, and he looks older than Joe Biden, but he's still quick. You know, he can still debate. He still knows how to hold his own, irrelevant of whether or not we agree with him. He still knows how to hold his own. But I think that Bernie Sanders is also more far left in terms of his own policies, not the people that are around him, but his own policies are already really far left. I think Trump would have really, really enjoyed taking on Bernie Sanders. One, because it would have been more of a challenge, but two, their philosophies are fundamentally opposite, as opposed to Joe Biden, who's almost there but not quite. You know, so it's hilarious. The gaffes Joe Biden do make me laugh out loud. They genuinely make me laugh out loud. But Joe Biden, as funny as it is, it's a disgrace what they're doing to him. It's honestly a disgrace. I'll give you for example. This is like when you know somebody that's never had to face any loss in their life. You know, parents, grandparents or whatever. But then that person becomes a grown adult and their family pet from when they were children is still alive but not very well. And you can see that it's suffering. But that person who's never had to mourn, never had to face loss, they just do not want to put the animal out of its suffering. They put their own selfish needs ahead of the needs of the animal. And that's Joe Biden's political career. The people around him want to use him for anything but Trump, irrelevant of the damage that it does to Joe Biden's already tarnished legacy and his mental well-being. Once Trump defeats you, you can go and retire in happiness. Trump 2020. If you like this video, guys, please do like, comment and subscribe. It is really fun, but it's hard work, especially saying something different, giving a different viewpoint. So if you do like this video, as I said, do like, comment and subscribe, but please share as well. Until then, take care. Peace out.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
What?